So it's very customary in a lot of Thai temples or Buddhist temples for people to do what we're doing here today. Some temples, they have the chanting over the New Year's. We had that last night. A lot of you showed up for that, and we did the chanting all through midnight until the early morning, which was around 12:10. So it wasn't until 6 a.m., but around 12:10. This morning, we went on Bintabat, and we came back to a temple full of people. And it was very refreshing. I see a lot of people here that some of them I haven't seen for 7 years. They come back, they're like 20 feet tall, and like I wouldn't have known them if I saw them on the street. There's some kids here who are like wonderful children, a couple princesses over here too. And give her like 4, 5, 6 years, she's gonna be an adult. These are the kind of things that are very refreshing. And you see the people at their best and you see them at their worst. It's important that you are connected to your temple, connected to your community, because there's actually a value that comes from that. Asian families, Buddhist families, highly value family. Family is so important to us. Why? Because it's a support structure. When you need help, you have to have somewhere to turn to for help. And hopefully you can turn to your parents. When you need help, you can turn to your parents, your brothers and sisters, your relatives. That's part of being family. But sometimes there's things that even your family is not trained for. Even your family doesn't know what to tell you. And that's where you need certain specialists, right? Let's say your health is not so good. Where do you go? You go to the doctor, right? You need your bones cracked. You go to the chiropractor. Your teeth are not doing so good. You go where? To the dentist, right? But what happens when you have sadness inside? What happens when someone you love dies and you don't know how to deal with it? What happens when you feel a lot of stress and you don't know what to do? Where should you go? Well, that's what we're here for. We're here to serve your spiritual needs, your issues that you might have. Bring them to us. We will listen to you. We will give you advice and help you work through it. And in order for us to be able to do that, we have to know you first. We have to know who you are, have a sense of who you are. And that is partly what we are doing here today. As you all come, smiling faces, offering food to the monks, showing the support, you're creating the relationship. You're giving so that when it comes time for you to take, it's there for you to have. This is the concept of karma. Give and take, give and take. A lot of people learn to take first. But what I see in all of you today is you give first. And look at the results of giving. Later on, when you leave this room, after this sermon and the lesson you have, when you all turn around and look at the table back there, you will realize that's the result of giving. And look at how beautiful that is. Everyone here, and I believe this, everyone here who brought food brought their best food. Does anyone doubt that? Every dish that we saw was your favorites. This is Olivia's favorite. This is Titi's favorite. This is my favorite. Ooh, I like that. Every dish that you saw was each person's best. And what did they do? Did they save it for their family, take it home for themselves? They gave it away. But look at the result. When you give away the best, you surround yourself with people who do the same thing. People with a like mind, who think the same way. And when you guys share the food in the back, you'll share all of the best. Wouldn't that be a nice life? To live a life full of friendliness, compassion, and all the best. If you want those things, you have to give those things. Because when you give, you make a connection to your community. And that's how you have it come back to you more, right? If you have it for yourself, you only have enough for 1 meal, 2 meals. But when there's a spirit of giving, it just keeps rotating and perpetuating itself. If you understand that, you will feel the happiness that what you're doing here today is not only for today, but it also leads to your success in the future. And when you understand that, and understand that of other people, a very interesting thing happens. In Thai, we call it anumotana, which means I'm so happy for you. I rejoice in what you've done. The thing that you've done here today is so worthy, and I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. And so the monks and all of us here at the temple, anumotana with you and what you have done here today.